All right, back to football. In a seismic shakeup of the 2025 NFL draft landscape, Mel Kiper Jr. has released his much-anticipated Mock Draft 4.0 on ESPN.com, and it's already igniting conversation across the league. The headline? Shifting quarterback valuations, positional dominance at the top, and a strong emphasis on immediate impact over long-term development. Leading the charge is Miami Hurricanes gunslinger Cam Ward, who takes a coveted number 1 overall spot, selected by the Tennessee Titans. Ward lit up college football last season, throwing for over 4,300 yards and 39 touchdowns, while propelling the Hurricanes to a 10-win campaign, establishing himself as a field general with elite pocket poise and surgical precision. Right behind him, perhaps the most electrifying player in the nation, Travis Hunter, lands with the Cleveland Browns at number 2. The 2023 Heisman Trophy winner redefined versatility at Colorado, hauling in 96 receptions and 16 total offensive touchdowns, while also recording 4 interceptions on defense, an unprecedented two-way force in modern college football. Hunter's selection signals Cleveland's intent to inject dynamism into an offense ranked 31st in touchdowns last season and 28th in passing scores. With Jerry Jeudy in the fold and David Njoku stretching the middle of the field, Hunter's addition could reshape the Browns' identity overnight, turning them into a touchdown-scoring machine. At number 3, the New York Giants make a statement of intent with the selection of Abdul Carter, the dominant linebacker out of Penn State. Carter, who amassed 12 sacks en route to being named the 2024 Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year, is regarded by many as the most explosive front seven defender in this class. In a league built around quarterback disruption, the Giants are doubling down on defense, passing on a QB and instead pairing Carter with a terrifying pass rush that already includes Brian Burns, Dexter Lawrence, and Kayvon Thibodeau. The message is clear. The G-men won't go hunting. But perhaps the most compelling subplot is what didn't happen in the top 3, namely, the fall of Colorado quarterback Shedeur Sanders. Once a surefire top 5 pick in many mocks, Sanders now lands at number 9 to the New Orleans Saints. The narrative surrounding Sanders has been volatile, as draft rooms wrestle with his skill set, a hyper-accurate passer, calm under pressure, but lacking a so-called howitzer arm. Still, Mel Kiper remains resolute. "I'm solid as a rock on Shedeur," he stated. "He's ready. He's NFL ready. He can beat you from the pocket, pick defenses apart, protect him, and he'll thrive." Kiper's logic in pairing Sanders with the Saints is rooted in both football and fit. With a dome stadium and favorable division climates, Atlanta, Tampa, Carolina, the NFC South offers ideal conditions for a precision passer like Sanders. New head coach Kellen Moore, an offensive architect, brings a scheme built to maximize Sanders' football IQ and timing-based strengths. With offensive weapons like Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed, Alvin Kamara, and the return of veteran receiver Brandon Cooks, New Orleans may offer the most supportive ecosystem for a young quarterback in this entire draft. Yet, the path to New Orleans isn't guaranteed. With the quarterback board still fluid and QB-hungry teams lurking, the Saints may need to trade up to secure Sanders. There's mounting speculation about wild card suitors, Miami, Arizona, Las Vegas, teams that could pivot suddenly and upend the board, as Atlanta did with Michael Penix Jr. last year. The Adam Schefter podcast even floated the idea of surprise teams outside the QB market making a move, intoxicated by Sanders' blend of accuracy, leadership, and proven turnaround ability. Meanwhile, Kiper's mock continues to break convention at the top of the second round. For the first time in common draft era history, quarterbacks are projected to go 33rd and 34th overall. Tyler Shaw to the Browns and Jalen Milroe to the Giants. Shaw, finally healthy, showcased NFL-level command at Louisville. Milroe, with unmatched athleticism and raw upside, lit up Georgia in a showcase game that hinted at what he could become with polish. These selections signal a shift in philosophy. Rather than reaching the top 10, franchises are maximizing value, building around elite defenders or game-breaking playmakers, and addressing quarterback with high-upside options just a few picks later. Running backs are also making noise, with Kiper locking in Boise State's Ashton Janney to the Raiders at number 6, a bold but calculated pick. Even bolder, however, is a Marion Hampton to the Cowboys at number 12. In a post-Zeke era, Dallas returns to a familiar blueprint, drafting a complete, tough, do-it-all back. Hampton excelled with and without Drake May at UNC, showcasing balance, hands, and vision. A three-down back with 128 career missed tackles forced. He's tailor-made for the bright lights of AT&T Stadium. As for Cleveland, the front office appears to be leaning away from quarterback early, with Hunter at number 2 and Shaw at 33. The Browns seem committed to surrounding the offense with dynamic talent, while fortifying a defense already anchored by Myles Garrett. Sometimes the best way to build a team, said one analyst, is by doubling down on your strengths. In New York, former Giants and fans alike are celebrating the Carter pick. He's a gold jacket guy. One analyst said, when it's all said and done, he could be the face of this defense for a decade. Passing on Shedeur is bold, but the Giants are betting that Carter, combined with Milroe in the second round, gives them both leadership and firepower on both sides of the ball. Still, all eyes remain on Sanders. The over-under at ESPN bet is 8.5. If he doesn't go to Browns or Giants, the Saints at number 9 may be his last clear shot at a top 10 landing. From a football perspective, from a culture standpoint, from a franchise legacy standpoint, New Orleans just fits. It's a football-obsessed city that embraces stars. Sanders could become more than a quarterback there. He could become the heartbeat of a new era. But if he falls past 9, the race will begin. Will Pittsburgh leap? Will the Rams pounce? Could the Raiders circle back despite the Geno extension? Or will a mystery team pull off a draft night heist? Shedeur Sanders has been the architect of turnarounds, a lightning rod for excitement, and a model of calm under duress. He's completed 74% of his passes behind one of the worst offensive lines in college football. He's been hit, he's been doubted, and he keeps delivering. In a league desperate for franchise quarterbacks, there's simply no way, no matter how unpredictable the board becomes, that 32 teams all pass on a leader of his caliber. This is a calm before the storm. The draft is coming. The debate is raging. And somewhere, a front office is already preparing the gold-trimmed jersey that might one day define the next great chapter of the franchise.